Friends, myself CA Rakesh Agrawal from Pune. I am a teacher by passion, and recently I did Everest Base Camp trek, which is popularly called as EBC trek. Through this video, I am trying to share my experience of EBC trek. Let's go. Dear friends, when I returned from EBC, that is Everest Base Camp, many people suggested me to write an article on my experience, and some suggested me to narrate the whole story. Some were interested in seeing the photographs, and so on. So I have made an humble attempt in this video to satisfy all the above. I have included in this video a brief day-wise write-up, day by day, day 1, day 2 and so on, with some selected videos and photographs. And as I am a teacher, I have a habit of explaining everything in detail, so please bear with me and enjoy this journey of EBC trek. I hope this video will be useful for those who are planning to do EBC trek in future, as well as to those who just wants to know more about it, that what is EBC. It was a 15 days trek from Pune to Pune. 15 days is Pune to Pune. And the duration was spread between 29th April to 13th May 2023. This was a duration of 15 days trek. It was arranged by a trekking group called as Trinity Adventure. This organization belongs to Pune, and there were total 11 participants for this EBC trek. Our trek leader was Mr. Chetan, who has done Everest summit in the year 2012. Please remember, Chetan has done Everest, which is it is the highest peak in the world and one of the very difficult treks, very difficult. So Chetan did it in 2012, and please remember, we have not done Everest, we have done only Everest Base Camp, from where the Everest summit is done. So we have just went up to Base Camp, but Chetan, who is our trek leader, he did the Everest summit in the year 2012. So let's start the journey. First, let us meet our participants. So check all these participants. I'll just introduce you to these participants quickly. The first one is Vrishali. This is Vrishali. Second one is Hetal. Third one is Kiran. Fourth in the standing position is Sangeeta. In the middle there is Vasanti Madam. This lady is my wife, Neha Agrawal. This person is Deepak. This person is Rajendra. This is myself, those who don't know me. So this is me, who is Rakesh Agrawal. And this person is Ashish. And the person who is sitting here is our trek leader, Mr. Chetan. So he is Chetan, right? Our trek leader, and Everest summit he has done, right? So he is an Everestier who is leading our trek on behalf of Trinity Adventure. So if you count these people, you will find it's a group of 11 people who were there for the trek. So let's go ahead. Meet our local guides. They were the Nepali guides who guided us throughout the trek. This Pemba is the name of this person, local guide, and Lakpa is the name of this person. These are the two local guides, and again this is myself, Rakesh Agrawal. Okay. There is something called Zupke. That is an animal who carries the luggage on the trek route. Please remember, the bigger bag is loaded on those Zupke, that is the animal. Just have the look at it. And a smaller bag, which is called day pack, which contains basic necessities, it is with us. So we have to carry the smaller bags, and the bigger bags are carried on this animal called Zupke. Please remember, this animal is a crossbreed of yak and cow. It's a crossbreed of yak and cow. Generally on the mountains, we either use mules. Mules is a crossbreed of horse and donkey. So that is generally used for carrying the luggage. One is mule and another is zupki, that is a combination of yak and cow. So these are the yaks which you will see carrying the luggage, heavier luggage. Now please remember, before we started for this trek, EBC trek, we did lot of practice treks. One of the popular destination for doing the practice was Sinhagad at Pune. So this was the photograph taken at Sinhagad, Pune. You will find majority of the members are here at practice trek, and we did lot of such practice treks for 3 months, please remember. Otherwise it would have been a very difficult job for us to do EBC trek. I will again quickly narrate the names. This is Vrushali, this is myself Rakesh, this is Kiran, Neha. This is another founder of Trinity called Surendra, who was there with us on one of the practice treks. Sorry, Surendra. Then this is Hetal, this is Deepak, and this is Rajendra. Let's see our itinerary of EBC. That is the whole program. I'll take you quickly through the itinerary and then we will go in detail day wise. Day 1 was arrival at Kathmandu from Pune. So Pune to Kathmandu journey was day 1. Day 2 was we have to first drive from Kathmandu to Ramashep. And from Ramashep we have to fly to Lukla. And from Lukla we have to do a trek to Fakding. Day 3 is the day on which we did trek from Fakding to Namche Bazaar, which is located at a height of 11,286 feet. Day 4 was acclimatization day at Namche. I will explain it to you later on when we go in detail. That is what is acclimatization. It is located at 12. For acclimatization we had gone up to 12,500 feet. Day 5 was a trek to Tengboche from Namche, which is at an altitude of 12,664 feet. Day 6 was trek to Dingboche, located at an altitude of 14,468 feet. Day 7 is again an acclimatization day at Dingboche. We went up to 15,000 feet on that day. Day 8 is trek to Lobuche, which is at an altitude of 16,108 feet. Day 9 was a trek to Gorakshep, and from Gorakshep we have to do the trek to EBC and then come back to Gorakshep, and EBC is at a height of around 17,539 feet. Day 10 was trek to Kala Pathar, which is the highest altitude which we had attained, 18,500 feet, and then back to Gorakshep, and then we have to trek down to Fairy Chain. Now here we start coming down, right? We are reducing the altitude and started the back journey. Everything will be explained in detail day wise, don't worry. Day 11 is again trek down to Namche. Day 12 is trek down to Lukla. You will notice that we are reducing the distance. See, this distance to this distance to this distance means the altitude. So altitude is now going down because we are on return journey. Day 13 from Lukla we took a flight to Ramashep, and from Ramashep we have taken a bus drive to Kathmandu. 14th was a reserve day which we used for local sightseeing of Kathmandu, and on 15th we took our flight from Kathmandu back to Pune. This is a brief itinerary for 15 days. Now I'll take you to a detailed photo journey day by day, right? Day 1, day 2 and so on. Day 1, it is just a flight from Pune to Kathmandu flight. Okay. So it was 29th of April, that is Saturday, and we took a flight from Pune to Delhi and then Delhi to Kathmandu. So the flight was routed through Delhi. We had a briefing session in the evening at a hotel in Kathmandu. So after arrival at Kathmandu, there was a briefing session. Our group leader Chetan had explained us the journey ahead. with some instructions to be followed during our trek. After the briefing session, we went for purchasing few things necessary for the trek. Those who had not purchased all the items, trek gears it is popularly called as, they purchased the remaining items from Kathmandu. Especially majority of the participants had purchased a down jacket. Though it is called down jacket, it is the topmost layer, right, which is required in extreme cold or in the minus temperature. So majority of us purchased down jacket from shop. This is just a photograph at Delhi airport, right? Rajendra, Vasanti madam, Neha, myself Rakesh and Deepak. Just a small photograph which was taken at Delhi airport while going towards Kathmandu. Now I am on day 2, important one. From Kathmandu, we first took a minibus to Ramashep. Ramashep is a very small airport. From there we took an 18-seater plane. Mind well, 18-seater, a small plane to go to Lukla. Actually the trek starts from Lukla. So we reached to Lukla, and from Lukla we did a trek to Fagding. So this was trek. This was a flight, sorry. And this was a bus journey. So Kathmandu to Ramashep bus, Ramashep to Lukla flight, and Lukla to Fagding was a trek. It was 30th of April, that is Sunday. We got up at a midnight 12:30 and got ready quickly, and we left Kathmandu in the dark by a minibus to reach Ramashep airport early morning. It was told to us by Chetan that earlier the flights used to go from Kathmandu, but nowadays they have shifted the location to Ramashep. So we had to travel to Ramashep and then catch a flight. We reached Ramashep at around 6 am in the morning, though we had started around at 1:30 at night. Completed the baggage check-in, security checking, and boarded a small plane, 18-seater plane at around 9 am. In 20 minutes only we reached Lukla airport, and we felt a drop in the temperature, sudden fall in the temperature, because we are now at around an altitude of 9,383 feet. That is at Lukla. So the plane took just 20 minutes to reach from Ramashep to Lukla, and our trek leader told us that if someone wants to do the trek from Ramashep to Lukla, if someone wants to do this trek instead of flight, it will take 8 days, it will take 1 week to cross all the mountains and reach from Ramashep to Lukla on foot. But the flight took just 20 minutes and we reached Lukla airport. Took some tea and coffee and breakfast in a nearby restaurant at Lukla and started our trek. Same day we started our trek to Fagding. So let's go through the photographs of day 2, my dear friends. This is the photograph at Ramashep airport. Please remember, this is a photograph at Ramashep airport. The plane is getting refueled, right? Fuel is getting filled up, and this plane belongs to Summit Airlines. This is the same plane which we had taken we boarded for our flight to Lukla. This is Ramashep, please remember. Now we are going to Lukla. We have arrived at a Lukla airport. You will notice here something is written here, Lukla airport. So our plane has arrived at Lukla here, right? Please remember, Lukla airport is at a very high altitude, and the airstrip is very small airstrip with a slope there, right? So the plane when lands, it gradually goes up, and on a very small airstrip it can still land safely. I am going to show you a view, a very nice view from Lukla airport. When we reach the airport, see the mountains here. And this one, if you can notice, this is the air traffic controller tower. It's a tower from where the air traffic is controlled. So it's a small ATC tower, right? There are some hotels located here, and you will see the mountains here, right? So this is how it is. This is the view taken from inside the airport, the outside view. And now I'll take you to the famous landing at Lukla airport. I've shooted a small video. Check this landing.
at Lukla.
Very small strip. See how the plane has landed there. You'll notice at the same time this another flight has taken off. Helicopter flight has taken off. You notice this helicopter. These are Summit Airlines. I'll take you to day 2. Same day, that is day 2 continued. We had to do some registration for our trek to obtain the trek card for our further journey. Right, there is a procedure to obtain the trek card. So we had to do this formality and take the trek card of our journey. This registration was done at a check post near Lukla. Once we left Lukla, very near there was a check post. This is that tourist police office or check post at Lukla. This is their board. You will notice something is written in Hindi like Paryatak Prahari Shakha Lukla. Right? Almost this Nepali language resembles to a Hindi language. And I'll show you the whole building also. Right? The check post building. This is the whole building. And this was that board which I had shown you in the close-up. Right? So this is the whole building where our registration was done. And photographs were taken, details were taken, and a small smart card was prepared, and that card accompanied us throughout the trek. I'll just show you the place where we took our lunch on the way. Actually, we are moving from Lukla to Fakading, and we stopped at this place for our lunch, and this fellow is our local guide called Lakpa. Our stay at Fakading was at Sherpa Guide Lodge. So this is our stay at Sherpa Guide Lodge. You'll find almost all the team members are present, and the person who is not present here, he is the one who has taken our photograph. That is, Chetan had taken this photograph, and we all are standing in front of our Sherpa Guide Lodge. That is a small hotel. You can say these hotels are made up of wood and stones. You will notice if you see this, these are all stones, and this is made up of wood. So all the hotels almost which we have seen are made up of stone and wood. Let's move to day 3. Day 3 we did the trek from Fakading to Namche Bazaar. Right? This is the trek of day 3. It was 1st of May, that was Monday. After breakfast we started the trek towards Namche Bazaar. It was raining and we were wearing ponchos. Right? Poncho is type of a bigger raincoat which saves us and our backpack from the rains. So due to rains we all were wearing ponchos, and en route we stopped for a lunch at a small dhaba. There are so many dhabas on the route, so we took lunch there. We crossed many hanging bridges. Please remember, there are many hanging bridges which are built on Dutkoshi river. I'll show you it in the photographs. So there's a river flowing, and we were walking in the valley, and wherever we had to cross the river, there were hanging bridges made up of steel ropes. By evening time we reached Namche, and it was a very long journey for us, that is Fakading to Namche. And now at Fakading we have reached at an altitude of around 3,440 meters, which is equal to 11,286 feet. Let's see the photographs of this day 3 journey. Let's see a valley viewpoint during our journey. So a very nice valley was visible, but you will notice the clouds because it was raining. And what we are wearing, these are ponchos, right, of different colors which we are wearing. I'm here, right. So there is a very beautiful view, but this is how it is captured in the photograph because of the clouds. Now the hanging bridges on Dutkoshi river, you will find, see, these are the hanging bridges made up of, you will find steel rope is there, right? It's all steel rope, and some people tie some holy cloth on that bridges. So it's a hanging bridge. When we walk, the bridge starts hanging, right? It's very nice experience to walk on these bridges, and we cross so many of such bridges in our journey. Then this was our lunch stop in between. We took lunch over here. Now entrance gate, when we reached Namche, there was a small entrance gate. You'll find this is an entrance gate here. This is called stupa, right, which is on the after entering the Namche. So at entrance gate we took this photograph. And full view of Namche Bazaar. See this full view. This is stupa built in between. These are all hotels, many hotels. There are some schools and so on. It is one of a big place during our journey, trek journey, one of the very big place where all the goods are available. So this is the view of Namche Bazaar. See the Namche Bazaar shops, right? You'll find almost everything is available there. So our trek leader told us that if anything you still want to buy, this is almost the last place where you can buy. And we could locate some big showrooms also there in Namche Bazaar. It's just called Namche or Namche Bazaar. Almost everything is available. ATM is available. SIM card, Nepali SIM card was available. Few people purchased that Nepali SIM card so that they can remain in touch with their relatives back at home. Now Hotel Green Tara is where we were accommodated at Namche Bazaar. So this was our place of stay, Hotel Green Tara. And see the dining room. Dining room here. So the inside view you will be able to notice. See our menu at Namche. You will be surprised that variety of menu was available at Namche Bazaar, right? Almost in all the hotels the menu was available. Some momos, which is always a famous dish in the mountains. There was fried rice with egg. Right? These are different dishes which different participants had ordered. So I'm just showing you one quick look. Roti sabji, which was another popular one, right? Then ting momo was another dish, right? This was a table. It was reserved for 11 people because we were 11 people. So a table was reserved there at a dining hall. See, the pizza was also available, right, at Namche Bazaar. Dal bhat. So most famous food there in the trek was this one, and it was popularly called as Dal Bhat Power 24 hour. Dal Bhat Power 24 hour. So you'll notice this is rice, this is curry, this is some sabji, right? This is papad. So this was the most common and famous dish throughout our entire trek, and most of the time we had this dal bhat, right? So remember this word dal bhat power 24 hour. So it contains a lot of carbohydrates, and that gives us the energy to do the trek. Now I'm taking you to day 4, acclimatization day at Namche Bazaar. Now what is acclimatization? In short, is that you have to go to a height, right, by doing the trek, and then come down little bit for taking the rest. It means climb up to get your body acclimatized, go up, and then come down, walk down and take the rest at night. So that is called acclimatization. It is very common, those who do the high altitude treks, because our body should get acclimatized, should get accustomed with that weather. Otherwise, it causes the high altitude mountain sickness, right? So to avoid that, we have to do the acclimatization in between. So we stayed at Namche. It means we were at Namche only for one more day for acclimatization. So it was 2nd May, Tuesday. After breakfast, we went uphill. On the hill, we found Everest Museum also. So we visited that Everest Museum. And surprisingly, we noticed the rainfall also and snowfall also. When we went up, when we crossed 12,000 feet altitude, there was a snowfall. About 12,000 feet altitude, and below 12,000 feet it was a rainfall. So we experienced both on the same day. When we started climbing up, we experienced rainfall, and as we crossed around a height of 12,000 feet, it got converted into a snowfall. So we experienced the snowfall also on the same day. We visited an abandoned airstrip also on the top. So some people had tried to make an airstrip at Namche Bazaar also. So there was a plain plateau on the hill, and we found that abandoned airstrip which is no more working there. But there were helipads and a lot of helicopters were flying from Namche Bazaar. We enjoyed the snowfall also, and then we came back to Hotel Green Tara for lunch and rest. In the evening, our participants did some more purchasing which was left over at Namche Bazaar. Let's see those photographs of day 4. This is the Namche city view from top hill now. This view is taken from hilltop, right? Hilltop is about 12,000 feet. So very nice view is visible from there, and it is one of the big city, you may say, in the language of mountaineers, right? Then we found a metal lion shaped something at the entrance of Everest Museum. When we visited Everest Museum, we could found this, and there were a lot many other things. Now I cannot show you all these photographs in this video because around 8,000 to 10,000 photographs and videos were taken by all participants together, I am saying. So I have just selected few of them to cover it in this video, just to give you a brief idea. There was a military area which was visible from the top hill of Namche. So it was visible from the top. So on the opposite hill we found this is the military area. This is a snowfall, you will notice, right? These are all snows, right, which are captured. So it's a photograph of snowfall at the top hill where the abandoned airstrip was located. After our acclimatization day, Vasanti madam, this is Vasanti madam, she was finding it very difficult to climb because of knee pain. So she took the exit from Namche and she went back to Kathmandu, and from Kathmandu she came back to India. So Vasanti madam, due to knee pain, was unable to accompany us further. Though please remember, this Vasanti madam in her younger age has done, she had done the basic mountaineering camp also, or course, and advanced mountaineering course. So she had done both basic and advanced mountaineering courses. So she is a trekker, she is a hardcore mountaineer, but now due to age probably she couldn't climb further, and now out of 11 people after the exit of Vasanti madam, we are only 10 people now left for further journey from ahead of Namche Bazaar. Day 5. We first did the trek from Namche to Tengboche. Tengboche is located at a height, and then we came little down at Debuche for our stay. So here we took the rest, right? It means we went uphill, then came down a little bit at Debuche for rest. That is indirectly an acclimatization again. It was 3rd of May, Wednesday. As Vasanti madam took the decision to go back, we are now 10 people left in the journey ahead. After breakfast at Namche, we started our trek to Tengboche, which is located at an altitude of 12,664 feet. And there is a monastery, a big monastery at Tengboche. We visited that famous monastery at Tengboche, and then we went little downhill at Debuche, and we took the rest. Our stay was at Hotel Good Luck. Let's see the photographs of day 5. This is the Tengboche monastery. The small market which we saw en route. We were walking. This is the path on which we were walking, and you'll find some few things are kept here for selling some items, right? And it's a beautiful scene. You'll find the snow-clad mountains here, and the foreigners also you'll notice. This is a foreigners group. A lot of foreigners we found there on this EBC trek, because this trek is very popular among the foreigners. So this is a small market in between the route while walking. Now we took a group photo of a rhododendron bush or plant, you can say a tree, which is in Hindi called buranj. So this is that tree, buranj. In scientific language it is called rhododendron. This is that tree. It was booming and had the full bloom of all these roses, right? Rhododendron roses called buranj. And a juice is also made in this mountains of this flower, rhododendron flower, and it is considered to be an healthy one. See the beautiful view of snow-clad mountains, right? This we took en route our journey. There are signboards to guide the tourist, right? This is the board located at Tengboche, and it is showing the distance. See, we have come from here, from Namche, so it is showing the distance of Namche, and it is showing the distance of Everest Base Camp. It is showing the distance of another small place called Tengboche, right? So here we have reached at Tengboche, that is near the monastery. So such a signboards are placed in between to guide the tourist about the distance which is left and the path on where they have to walk. Now day 6, from Debuche we have gone to Dingboche. So there is a trek from Debuche to Dingboche. It was 4th of May, Thursday. There was a heavy snowfall at night, and hence we got up in the morning. When we got up in the morning, we found snow everywhere. Snowfall was there in the night when we were sleeping, but in the morning when we got up, we found snow everywhere on the path, on trees, on hotel roofs, at sitting places, everywhere. And so what we did, we all came out of our room and we went for a morning walk in the snow. And we enjoyed the snow. We took a lot of photographs in the snow. So it was a morning walk which was not planned earlier. But seeing the snow, everyone went out. And after that snow walk and after the breakfast, we started our trek to Dingboche. Dingboche is located at 14,468 feet altitude. We reached Dingboche by evening and we checked in at another hotel called Stupa Inn. This is the hotel at Dingboche. Now let's see those photographs of day 6. Right, snow everywhere. Just see the snow on tree, on the roofs, right, everywhere. On those path, everywhere you'll find the snow. It's all covered by snow, huge snow. See how the tree looks, right, with the snow, and our enthusiastic participants who are giving their photographs in the snow. See the snow everywhere. The group photograph, right? Deepak. Anyway, it's difficult now in the to see this. Hanging bridge in between Debuche to Dingboche. There's so many bridges, hanging bridges, and you'll again find snow everywhere, and the whole view of the bridge. And this is the path on which we are walking. And this is the bridge which we have to cross. In between, we met another group from Pune. So this is the photograph of another group. Please remember our trek leader Chetan. This is Chetan. He knew the people, some of the people from this trekking group, so they stopped. They had actually completed EBC trek and they were coming down. So after completing the trek, they were coming down and we were walking up towards EBC. So Chetan did some hi hello with them and they took the photograph with our group leader. So this is the photograph taken of another group from Pune. I think in the route we met 2 groups from Pune. We were the third one and 2 more groups we met. See the construction work which was going on. You'll notice these laborers, right? They are giving shape to these stones, and these stones are used here in construction, and this wood is used. And There was a plastic cover laid because it was raining. So for protection, they had laid the plastic cover there. So this is the way the construction was going on. Finally, we reached Dingboche, and this is the view or photograph we had taken from a distance when the Dingboche was nearing. So you'll again notice the hotels are there at Dingboche. Seventh day was again reserved for acclimatization at Dingboche. It means we stayed here again at Dingboche only. Only we will go up and we will come down back to Dingboche. So rest day you can say, or acclimatization day. It was 5th of May, Friday. After breakfast we walked uphill and we went up to 15,000 feet as our acclimatization walk and came back to the hotel by lunchtime. After lunch we took little rest in the afternoon that day. Did some photography in the clear weather. Fortunately that day the weather was very clear and there was a bright sunshine, so we could capture some very good photographs in the sunshine. So we did some photography. We took hot drinks, that is tea, coffee, and dinner in the evening. We had spent some time playing the cards right in the dining room and rest at same hotel, Stupa Inn. See the golden mountain which we found in the early morning due to bright sunshine and the sun rays getting reflected from the snow-clad mountains. See how the view looks. Very nice view. This view is taken from that hotel itself, Hotel Stupa Inn. Just one thing I wanted to show. This peak is called Amadablam. Madablam. Right? This is that peak called Amadablam. Another view of golden mountains you'll notice. Very beautiful, very beautiful. When we see it with the bare eyes, it's so nice, so nice. These photographs are taken early in the morning, please remember. This Amadabam peak, only the photograph of that peak, one of the most beautiful peaks in that range. That range is called Kumbu Valley. Right? It's a Kumbu Valley where all these peaks are located, or majority of the peaks. This is one of the most beautiful one, Amadablam. This is the view taken of Hotel Stupa Inn where we were staying. Mountain view taken from the backyard of that hotel. Right? This is the view taken from the backyard. Again the view of Amadablam you will notice. Right, this is that peak Amadablam and other mountains. Day 8. Day 8 is our trek from Dingboche to Lobuche. Day 8 is the trek from Dingboche to Lobuche. It was 6th of May, Saturday. After breakfast, we started our trek to Lobuche, which is located at an altitude of 16,108 feet. We took hot drink stop in between at a place called Thukla. This is in between, en route. We took hot drinks and reached Lobuche by 2 p.m. Had lunch at a hotel called Mother Earth. In the evening, again we went for an acclimatization walk uphill. We went little uphill at Lobuche only, right? And from there, from that ridge, we could see the Khumbu Glacier, the whole Khumbu Glacier. We could even see at a distance the Everest Base Camp and Kala Patthar far away, Nupse Peak. All these were visible when we went on the hill. Please remember, at Lobuche, when we went up a hill, from that hill we could notice all this. And we came back to the hotel for dinner and rest. Let's see those photographs of day 8. First of all, a Zupki again, which is a lifeline in the mountain, right? You'll find a big yak or Zupki carrying a lot of luggage there. We took in between hot drinks, as I told you, at Thukla. So this is the place where we took hot drinks. We are now nearing EBC. You will notice we have reached Thukla, and you will notice the Everest Base Camp is now just 9 kilometers at a 9 kilometer distance, right? Beauty of snow mountains again. I am standing, see, we had first gone here at this ridge for acclimatization. From this ridge, all these views are available, and near this Lobuche hotel there was a helipad. This is a helipad, please remember, made up of stones, and we had seen few helicopters landing and taking off from there. So when that helipad was empty, I was just standing there, and one of my friend took the photograph of me standing at that helipad. Such helipads are constructed almost at all the places in between. Throughout our journey, we noticed at so many places the helipads were there. Wherever there is a hotel, you will find there is a small helipad for rescue. This is the view of Lobuche from the top. View of Lobuche from the top, top hill, at a distance, from a distance. Now I will share some interesting facts with you. Our Indian currency, 100 rupee, is converted for approximately 150 to 160 Nepali rupee. And Indian currency is well accepted over there. So this is the exchange rate. I am telling you the range, approximate. You will get minimum 150 Nepali rupee for every 100 rupee, or maximum you will get 160. And $1 will be exchanged for approximately 125 to 130 Nepali rupee. $1 is exchanged for around 125 to 130 Nepali rupee, and even $US is well accepted everywhere on the trek in Nepal. And the cost of our EBC tour, if any one of you is interested, is approximately 1.25 lakh, that is 1,25,000 to 1,50,000, 1.25 to 1.5 lakh per person, and this is I am expressing in Indian rupee. This is the cost. Means you may say not below 1.25 lakh and not above 1.5 lakh. Entire tour cost I am saying, Pune to Pune tour cost of EBC is this much. Nepali porters, those who are called Sherpas, they carry around 60 to 80 kg weight on their back and they climb up. Means we were ashamed to see that we were unable to carry 5 or 10 kg, not even 5 kg we were not carrying, but these Sherpas were carrying 60 to 80 kg and walking up. It was their livelihood. All these luggages are either carried on those zupkis or either on mules or in person by those Nepali porters. I have seen them carrying down 4 empty gas cylinders. They were carrying down 4 empty gas cylinders on their back, and they were carrying 2 filled up gas cylinders upward. The filled up cylinders, 2 filled up gas cylinders they were carrying on their back. Okay, so this is something very interesting, or what to say, it's very hard life in the mountain, very hard life. They took a lot of pains, right, to provide us all the necessities over there. So friends, we now go to day 9. Day 9 trek was from Lobuche to Gorakshep, and from Gorakshep to EBC, Everest Base Camp. So this was the most important day in our life. Gorakshep is the place where hotel is located. So for staying purpose, we had to stop at Gorakshep, and from Gorakshep we had to do the trek at EBC, and from EBC come back to Gorakshep for night halt. So it was 7th May 2023, that was Sunday. Just took hot drinks and packed breakfast and started the trek towards Gorakshep in the early morning, naturally from Lobuche. Reached Gorakshep by around 11 am, and then we started the trek towards EBC, Everest Base Camp, through a very rocky patch and boulders on the ridge of Khumbu Glacier Valley. Actually, EBC is located in that valley, Khumbu Glacier Valley, and we have to walk from the ridge. And there are a lot of boulders and many rocks, right? So if you are of the opinion that we might have walked through the snow, that is wrong. Our trek leader said that below the rock there is a glacier, means there must be an hardened ice below, and we were walking from the above, but we were walking actually from the boulders and the rocks. Ice was visible at a distance. We reached EBC by around 2:30 p.m. and we are now at 5,346 meters, that is 17,539 feet altitude. We came back to the hotel Snowland at Gorakshep for dinner and rest. Let us see the photos of day 9. we first encountered with the welcome board at Gorakshep, right, which had certain instructions. So it was at the entrance of Gorakshep. There is a small cluster of hotels at Gorakshep. So at Gorakshep you will not find lot many hotels, but a small cluster of hotels only. And just to tell you that from Gorakshep, this side it goes to EBC, and this side you can see the path there. This goes to Kala Patthar. So just to give you the idea, one day we went to EBC, we came back to Gorakshep. Next day, from Gorakshep we went to Kala Patthar and came back to Gorakshep again. So one route goes to Kala Patthar, one route goes to EBC from Gorakshep. The halting point is Gorakshep. See the Khumbu glacier. Now you will notice, see here is a snow, here is a snow, but above on the surface you will find all rocks and boulders. See here rocks and boulders everywhere. And this is the view of that glacier valley. Actually we were walking from the ridge, and on the ridge everywhere there were boulders. So this is the Khumbu glacier. Another view, you will find the frozen water here converted into ice, and see the size of the boulders, right? See the size of the boulders. One human being is standing here, so you can understand the size of the boulder. Khumbu glacier and tiny tains at EBC were visible from a distance. So see the glacier again. This hole is the glacier, alright, and see if you can see very minute. See here there are tents. This is called Everest Base Camp. Those who go to Everest, the route to Everest goes from here, right? From here goes the route to Everest. So those who want to do the Everest summit, they have to do the camping here, and therefore it is called as Everest Base Camp. So these people are camping here. You'll find this photograph is taken from a distance. These people are walking towards this Everest Base Camp. Even we walked to the Everest Base Camp. I hope you have got the idea. From this Khumbu glacier the route goes to Everest, but before they start climbing the Everest, they take a halt here and they are camping here, therefore it is called Everest Base Camp. We reached EBC. This is myself, Rakesh Agrawal, right? My solo photograph at the Everest Base Camp. There is one rock at this base camp and somebody has painted it, right? Everest Base Camp and this 5,364 meter. So people find it as a selfie spot, and almost everyone who visit EBC, they take the photographs here as a proof that they had reached there. Now we are holding tricolor and the Trinity Adventure banner there at EBC, right? This is Sangeeta, this is Kiran, this is our trek leader Chetan, this is our local leader Pemba, my wife Neha, another local guide Lakpa, myself, Hetal, Vrushali, Deepak, right? These are the people holding the tricolor, and even we are holding the saffron color flag. We call it as Bhagwa. All were wearing the Trinity t-shirts. So it's a group photograph taken at EBC at a different from a different angle, and you'll find all these mountains are visible. Now don't get surprised if I tell you that this smaller one, this one small visible peak is Everest peak. You won't believe me, but then that is the truth. That is Everest, which is the smaller one. This is Lola. This peak is called Lola, and this higher one is called Nuptse. Now from a distance, what we can guess is that the Nuptse seems to be a higher peak, then Lola, and then the Everest is a smaller one. But no, this photograph is taken from the base camp, therefore it is visible like this. Actually Everest is the highest peak in the world, you know, but to see that it is highest, we have to go to Kala Patthar. From there the view is more clear. From here the view is only this much. So believe me, this is Lola, this is Everest, this is Nuptse. And this is our group photograph where we all are wearing the Trinity t-shirts. This area is reserved for Everest summit people. Now notice this, there is a rope here and there is a notice here. If you can read this notice here, this notice, this area, it is said reserved only for the people doing Everest summit. It means these tents, these are the tents in which the people who intend to do the summit, Everest summit, they are staying. We are not supposed to cross this rope. We are on this side of the rope and these tents are on the other side, and as I told you, they go they start climbing the Everest from here. From here they start climbing the Everest. Actually they have to climb the Everest in between that Lola and Nupse peak. There is a ridge and from there they start walking. So this is the reserved area for Everest summit people. We are not allowed to enter there because there is a watchman sitting there. Now day 10. As we had come back to Gorakshep, from Gorakshep another day we went to Kala Pathar. That trek we did, it was very difficult trek, and then after returning back we returned back to Gorakshep again, and then we started downhill walking to Feriche. So our next stop was Feriche after visiting Kala Pathar. It was 8th of May, Monday. We got ready by 5 am early morning, took hot drinks and started the trek towards Kala Pathar very early morning. It was the most difficult part of our trek because we were already exhausted a day before by doing EBC, Everest Base Camp, and next day we had to climb to Kala Pathar. Oxygen level was below 50% and temperature was minus 15 degree. And Kala Pathar is at a height of 18,500 feet, the highest one. Even it is above EBC because EBC is in the valley, Kala Pathar is above. And please remember, out of so many people, only 6 people could reach to the top. We were already 10 left, you know. Out of 10 people, 2 preferred to stay in the hotel at Gorakshep. 8 people started climbing Kala Pathar out of 10. 2 stayed in the hotel, and out of 8, only 6 could reach to the top. 2 people left in between. From halfway, they went back to Gorakshep hotel. A clear view of Everest was visible from Kala Pathar. Naturally, I'll be showing you the photographs there. We came back to the hotel Snowland, had breakfast, and then we started the trek downhill towards Feriche, which was a very long and a tiring walk to reach to Feriche on the same day. So same day we did Kala Pathar and then we reached to Feriche. We reached Feriche by around 6 p.m, had dinner and then rest. Let's see the photographs. This is the way to Kala Pathar. Now you must have understood why it is called Kala Pathar, because the rocks there, this is our way through which we were walking, right? So throughout our journey there were all black rocks, all scattered over that route when we were walking upwards to Kala Pathar, and that is the reason it might be called as Kala Pathar. You'll be able to notice a sharp difference. There are white mountains, snow mountains, and this patch is of only black rocks. Now see the Everest view. Now you'll be able to see it better. This is Everest. This is Everest peak, which is visible from Kala Pathar. So this was Lola peak. This higher one still, this is Nupse. Again, we were also not agreeing. We disagreed with our trek leader also, because Nupse was visible as the higher one than the Everest. But then Nupse is very near to us, and Everest is behind Nupse. But Everest is the highest peak, and this is the Everest view, very clear view. We were fortunate that we had a very clear sky and a bright sunshine that day. Therefore, we could see the Everest peak. If there are clouds, then this peak is not visible. So believe me or not, but this is the Everest, which is, again, it seems blackish. You will find there is much less snow over there on Everest peak. View of Pumori. Actually, this is Kala Pathar. This region is Kala Pathar, and just next to Kala Pathar is this Pumori. So this is Pumori peak, which is just next to Kala Pathar, very near. Almost we felt that as if we are halfway through Pumori. We were so near to that peak. As I said, only 6 could reach to Kala Patthar. So these are the 6 people. Deepak, this is Rajendra, this is myself, may not be recognizable now because we were wearing so many layers. This is Vrishali, this is our leader Chetan, and this is Ashish. So Deepak, Rajendra, Rakesh, Vrishali, Chetan and Ashish. We could reach to Kala Patthar, and there is a few other people there at Kala Patthar. They took our photographs, and you will again notice this is the Everest, this one. This is Everest, this is Lola, and this is Nupse, and this is Everest, right, which is visible from Kala Patthar. And then at last we reached Feriche after going back to Gorakshep to Feriche, and you will notice the signboard here of Feriche and see how much the base camp is away from here. And then from Feriche next day we have to go to Namche. Please remember 20 kilometer it is showing. So next day's journey is from Feriche to Namche directly. Medical evacuation of Sangeeta madam had to be done. This is Sangeeta madam at EBC. She completed EBC, but she had to hire a mule, right? That is, on a horse she had to come to EBC. She was unable to walk. When she went back to Gorakshep, again on the horse itself, and she decided that she will come to Kala Patthar, she will take rest. She was not feeling well. So next day when we went to Kala Patthar, she had to be taken to a clinic, and the doctors examined her and gave her a medical report, medical certificate, and then she was evacuated, and a helicopter had come at Gorakshep to take her to Kathmandu. So she went to Kathmandu and she didn't come to Kala Patthar, right? She is Sangeeta madam. Day 11, Feriche. One more interesting thing I would like to say, that she went to Kathmandu directly, and we after completing the trek we also went to Kathmandu, and fortunately we met her at Kathmandu. So she was fine and she met her directly at Kathmandu. The only difference is she went by flight, that is by helicopter, and we went walking till Kathmandu. Now day 11, as I said, it's a long journey. Feriche to Namche Bazaar, I had earlier told you if you remember. So it was 9th May, Tuesday. After breakfast we left for a 20 kilometer long journey to Namche, and the route was, see this route I am just reading out for you, and how I got it I'll tell you later on. From Feriche we reached to Pangboche, from Pangboche to Debuche, Debuche to Tengboche, Tengboche to Funitanga, which was our Funitanga lunch stop, then Tashinga to Loisasa to Khanjuma, I may not be able to pronounce properly, and then to Namche Bazaar. Finally we reached to the same hotel again, that is Hotel Green Tara. Now what I did while walking, I was noting down the name of these small places from the boards. So there were hotels in between in the route, or houses, and there were boards placed there. So from the board I could capture the name of that small, what you can say, stops or smalls. You cannot call it as a city, but whatever small place. So these are small villages, you can say, having few houses there and few hotels there in between. So from there I could get all these routes which I had noted down while walking. We reached Namche by around 5:30 p.m. fully exhausted, but this time we got the luxury rooms with attached toilet. Instead of common toilet, we got the rooms with attached toilet. We took rest, and some girls, they took the hot water bath also by paying money naturally, because that facility, hot water bath, is available on payment basis at Namche. So few people took the bath. We took dinner at 7:30 and took rest. Let's see the photos of this day 11, that is the journey from Feriche to Namche. You will find the snow-capped mountains everywhere. Beautiful valley you will find, and there was a sangam. From this valley the river was flowing, and from this valley the river was flowing here, and you will find they meet here. So this is a very beautiful place. It was a sangam of two rivers flowing from the glacier, from the valley, from different locations. See, these zupkes are parked in a row like we park our vehicles. So zupke 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You will notice they were standing at one place, right? The owner might have parked them properly. Helicopter carrying luggage, and I'll show you the bharal also later on. First see the helicopter carrying luggage. You'll notice there is a helicopter here and there is a luggage hanging here. So there was a rope and there was a cage in which, nylon cage in which that luggage was hanging. So I have seen, and therefore I could take the photograph, that the luggage is carried, probably the heavy luggage is carried through helicopter, and therefore the things are costly there. Please remember, because from Kathmandu you have to carry all the way the luggage to uphill. Either it will be dumped at or downloaded at Namche or Gorakshep or Lobuche or Feriche, we don't know, right, where it is going. So through helicopter these luggages are carried and they are dropped. And what is bharal? Bharal is actually a mountain goat. There is a mountain goat, if you will find, it got camouflaged in the rocks. So the circle, in the circle you will find there is a mountain goat. The view I had taken from a distance, therefore it's a smaller one, which in local language is called as bharal. Mountain goat is called as bharal. Some interesting facts I am sharing with you. As we go higher and higher, the rate of Wi-Fi service, hot water, I am saying hot drinking water, the mobile charging facility and mineral water, it keeps on increasing as we go higher and higher altitude. Because as I told you, all these goods are carried all the way from Kathmandu. You get mineral water, there is no problem. They will serve you hot water for drinking. Even if you want to take a bath, they will serve you hot water for taking a bath. Mobile charging facility is available. Wi-Fi service is also available in the mountains. But everything is on payment basis, please remember. And the rate keeps on increasing. Helicopter service is also available just like Ola and Uber. Believe me, trust me or not, it is available like Ola and Uber from morning 6 to evening 6. One can charter a helicopter ranging from, the charges are from $1,500 US to around $2,500 US depending upon the distance. But you can charter the helicopter and you can go anywhere as you like. So that service is also available. Almost every hotel, from any hotel you can book the helicopter. And believe me, the last mineral water which I had purchased at Gorakshep just before EBC costed me 500 NPR, Nepali rupee. For 1 liter mineral water, I had paid 500 Nepali rupee at Gorakshep. But then I didn't feel bad because I know how much efforts they have taken to carry all these goods uphill. Right? We feel like we are in the heaven. When we see the view of mountains and those pine trees, we feel like we are in the heaven. However, for the local people who stay there, the life is very difficult. It's very hard. They earn only during 2 short seasons. There are 2 seasons. One is this March, April, May. Another is in September, October, November. That's all. So in those 2 seasons only they have to earn when the tourists come there, and they lead a very difficult and a very hard life. Getting even drinking water and electricity is very difficult for the local residents. It's not that easily available, and solar power is used at most of the places. So we people as tourists or as trekkers, we find for few days we find we are in the heaven and we enjoy that journey. But for local people, it's a very hard life, very difficult life for them to survive in the mountains. Day 12. From Namche, we did the trek to Lukla. From Namche to Lukla. I would say in 3 days, whatever time we had taken to reach to EBC, we were back just in 3 days. From Gorakshep to Feriche, Feriche to Namche, Namche to Lukla. In 3 days we covered the whole journey while coming down. It was 10th May, Wednesday. After breakfast, we left at 7 AM for a long journey to Lukla airport. At Lukla, there is an airport, if you remember. It was a beautiful journey, witnessing bright sunshine, mountains, pine trees, flowers, waterfalls, rivers, hanging bridges, everything we witnessed. Very nice. And again I had noted down the name of those small places which we came across while during our journey. It was Namche to Jorsale, Jorsale to Monjo. At Monjo there is a check post again. To Chumua, to Banker, to Tok Tok, to Zampute, to Fakding. At Fakding we took the lunch spot. We took the lunch at that spot. Then to Ghat, to Thadakoshi, to Nachipang, to Cheplung, and finally we reached to Lukla. It was a long journey. We reached Lukla by around 5:15 p.m. fully tired and exhausted. A small farewell function was arranged. Our trek leader Chetan spoke about the whole journey. He thanked everyone. He thanked the support staff, and we had collected some tips, and that was handed over to the support staff. In the support staff there were 2 local leaders and 1 person who was carrying our luggage on Zukki. So there were 3 people, Nepali people, as a support staff. To them we gave certain tips after the farewell. We took dinner at 7:30 p.m. around and took rest. Let's see this entire 12th day photographs. See the nature at its best. See how nice the mountains are looking there. Snow-clad mountains, valley. These are pine trees, right? Hanging bridges again we encountered on our journey back. Same hanging bridges which we had crossed while coming to EBC. You'll find, see the steel rope here on which those bridges are hanging. Check the double bridge carefully. This is the bridge which we had used to come down here. And this is the older one. This is the older hanging bridge which is now discarded. Nobody uses it. So if you see very carefully, this is bridge 1 and this is bridge 2. So now people use bridge 2, that is the newer one, and the older one nobody uses. So there are double bridges you will find, one above another. You will find the flowing river here, Dutkoshi river flowing, and a moving labor here, right? So this is river. See the luggage which the labor carries. See how much luggage that person is. Person is not visible. Person is here wearing the down jacket. But see the luggage which is carrying. How much luggage a person carries. Tempting places. See how nice the place looks. The tables and chairs are laid here, and the river is flowing. Pine trees, and this is the hotel. So these are small stops in between where you can take a short break, you can have hot drinks, you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you want. The very tempting places on the passing route. Check this Monjo check post. These are the security guards, Nepali security guards at this is the check post, right? So where the trek cards are checked, and see the potato farming. This is the potato farming. These are potato leaves, right? And this is the check post. See the beauty on the rocks, see the flowers, see the colors, right? So we were amazed to see the variety of colors of flowers. Heaven on earth, right? The view which looks from there, see the valley, see the snow-clad mountains, see the hotels. See the mules carrying some necessary items, right? These essentials, and again this you'll find Dutkoshi river flowing, and these are the mules who are carrying the luggage. There were around 20-25 mules who were in a row. See the building material, generally the wood which is stored, it is covered by a plastic sheet to protect it from rains. So you'll find the storage of these wooden sheets, and these wooden sheets are later on carried by the Nepali porters to the desired place, and using these wooden planks they construct the hotels like this. As I said, hotels are constructed using stones and wood. See the cute flowers. Can you see the cute flowers of some purple color and a cute baby, Nepali baby there who gave me a photograph. Now what is this Om Mane Padme Hum? It's a mantra which these local people chant. Om Mane Padme Hum is the mantra which local people chant over there, which is considered to be a holy. mantra, and you will find this is been engraved on all the rocks in between. See, this is that mantra in their own language, right? Om Mane Padme Hum. That is the pronunciation. The language we won't be able to understand. It is the language Nepali or Tibetan language probably. But wherever you find bigger rocks, I have seen they have engraved this mantra on those rocks. So the people passing from there, they may chant that mantra. And you'll find again a small cement bridge just to cross that river and hotels everywhere. See the beautiful restaurants and hotels everywhere located. See the color of nature. See, this is dark maroon color. This is white color flowers. I just love those flowers, therefore I captured their photographs. See again yellow color. See this purple color. And finally we reached at Lukla. This is the view of again Lukla airport. So finally we landed at Lukla for rest. On day 13, now next day, from Lukla we took a small aircraft, 18-seater plane. So this was a plane journey, that is air journey to Ramashep, and from Ramashep we took a mini bus to Kathmandu. So Lukla to Ramashep is air journey and Ramashep to Kathmandu is a bus journey. It was 11th of May, Thursday. After breakfast we left at 6 am to catch the flight from Lukla airport. Practically speaking, our trek has ended and now only the return journey by bus and air is left. We reached from Lukla to Ramashep by 18-seater aircraft of Summit Airlines again and boarded a minibus for Kathmandu. We reached Kathmandu by afternoon at Hotel Holy Himalaya. We stayed at Holy Himalaya. And after getting the room keys, the first work which everybody did was we took a bath after 12 days. Now please remember, at Kathmandu being the capital of Nepal, at Kathmandu hotel the showers are available free of cost in our attached bathrooms which were attached to our rooms. So at Kathmandu there are no charges, but once you leave Kathmandu and go ahead, then for hot shower you have to pay money. So at Kathmandu hotel there was no separate charge for taking a bath, and therefore almost everybody took a hot shower after around 12 days, because it is 13th day on which we took the bath. So our return journey has started. The photographs are there. This is at Lukla airport. Now Kathmandu local sightseeing. Day 14 was reserved as one day in case of an emergency. If there are some cancellation of flights due to bad weather, then one day was reserved. Fortunately, we got good weather, no flights were cancelled, so that 14th day, which was reserved day, that we spent for doing the local sightseeing at Kathmandu. So it was 12th May, Friday. It was kept as a reserved day for emergency. We used it for local sightseeing. We visited Pashupatinath Mandir, which is one of the Jyotirlings, well famous, all of you are aware. We visited Kumari Temple. We visited Kathmandu Darbar Square, Swambhunath Temple, Buddhanath Stupa, etc. And as I told you earlier, Sangeeta, who had been evacuated by helicopter to Kathmandu, she joined us for the local tour. So she stayed at Kathmandu. She was in the hospital for a day or two, and she waited for us to reach Kathmandu. She joined us for the local tour. She was well fine. Now some time was spent in buying the items for gifts and souvenirs also at Kathmandu. And we took a walk on the busy streets of Thamel area. Thamel is a business area there. It is just like FC Road, Ferguson College Road of Pune. Our hotel was located in Thamel area, which was a market. So lot many people purchased so many items for their friends and relatives as a gift item. We enjoyed the stay at Hotel Holy Himalaya. Let's see the photos of this day 14, that is Kathmandu local sightseeing. This is the temple of goddess Taleju. They call it as Taleju. Actually it is Tarjai Devi. We call it as Tarjai.
they call it as Taleju. This is located at Darbar Square, that is also called as Kathmandu Square. There is Kal Bhairav, again located at Darbar Square. You will find a huge idol of Kal Bhairav here. There is Hanuman Gadi. This is Hanuman Gadi. This is Narsimha Mandir, right? Located again at the same place, that is Darbar Square, also known as Kathmandu Square. Nepal King and Queen's throne. Once when the king and queen used to rule the country of Nepal, they used to sit here on this throne. So this throne is kept in a showcase there at Darbar Square. So you will find it's a nice one. And this is Sheshnag, you will notice, right? Sheshnag seems to be golden one. See a very beautiful wooden carving at one of the temples there at Darbar Square. There is a window. I have taken a close photograph of only that window and see the marvelous carvings, wooden carving over there. This is Swambhunath temple which we had visited, located at a hill which is also known as Monkey Hill, because there are a lot of monkeys there on that hill. So it is known as Monkey Hill, where this Swambhunath temple is located. See a Vajra. It's made up of a solid metal, right? The Vajra which was kept at Swambhunath temple, it is a huge one, huge one. This is the entrance of Pashupatinath temple from where we walk in, right? So this is the entrance of Pashupatinath temple. And this is the main gate from where we reach the temples. This is the main gate, and you will notice here Pashupatinath Mandir is written here, right? So this is the main gate, and you will find a small board here where it is written that entry is for Hindu devotees only, right? So there was a small board kept there. I could not take the photograph from inside because photography was not allowed. There was a board that photography and video shooting is not allowed inside. So this is the outside view of the temple. Once we enter from here, you will find the temple ahead. This is Buddhanath Stupa which we had visited in the evening. Buddhanath Stupa. Now we come back to the last day, that is day 15. And that is the day we took a flight from Kathmandu to Pune. So it was 13th of May, Saturday. After the morning breakfast, we took return flight of Air India for Pune via Delhi again. It was Kathmandu to Delhi and Delhi to Pune. Thus our 15 days adventure journey ended safely and happily, and by evening time we were at Pune. I thank you so much because it was a very lengthy and long video and you watched it very patiently, but my purpose was to pass on all the relevant information which I had with me. Thank you my dear friends for watching this journey of EBC trek. Thank you. See you next time in some other mountain.